and this week we come to you with a video tip of the week. And what I want to discuss are ear infections. Upcoming, we do have an ear infection workshop that I would love for you to attend, especially if you have young kids, because the latest statistics tell us that 4 out of 5 children will be diagnosed with an ear infection before the age of 3. And I came across this article not too long ago that was done in the New York Times. It says that antibiotic resistant infections lead to 23,000 deaths per year. And these are findings by the CDC. Of course, it's the Center for Disease and Control. So the importance here, antibiotic resistant infections. What happens is that our body, as we're given antibiotics, the bacteria and other things that come into our system, they start to mutate and morph and change and become resistant to the actual treatment through the antibiotics. Well, in our current society, when do you think we get our first dose of antibiotics? I'm sure you've guessed it, but for a lot of kids, it's when they have their first ear infection. It is common that children are given some sort of antibiotics, usually it's amoxicillin, as a treatment for that ear infection. Now, one other study is showing us that every time that we give antibiotics for an ear infection, we increase the likelihood that it's going to come back. So why that's still the method of treatment, I'm not quite sure, especially if it's going to just continue into this cycle of more and more ear infections. So 2 things that come out of here that I wanted to talk about. It says that at least 2 million Americans fall ill from antibiotic resistant resistant bacteria every year, and that at least 23,000 die from those infections. So 2 million actually acquire them. Not everybody's going to die from them, of course, but that's a huge number. It's way more than we need. The same report says that it is also about half of antibiotic use in people is inappropriate. So the medical researchers that looked at this saw that there was an overprescription of antibiotics. Now, just because your child has an ear infection or is dealing with some sort of drainage issue or whatever the case may be up in their upper respiratory and upper sinus area, doesn't mean that we need to run and look for a medication all the time. There are other ways to do that. As you guys know, we take care of a lot of kids, and you see that a lot of them have these certain conditions, childhood sort of illnesses, and they can be taken care of very effectively and quickly through chiropractic, and more importantly, starting at a preventive mindset and taking care of those kids early on before the ear infections, before the other sorts of childhood illnesses even come into play. So, with that being said, that's your video tip of the week. Look out for announcements regarding that ear infection workshop, and we'll see you again soon.